Hey, what's up, people? What's up, YouTube? How y'all doing tonight? Back on here again at midnight, at 12 midnight. Me, Ben the Messenger. How y'all doing, man? Decided to make a video tonight because I hadn't really made one all day today. Title of this message is going to be about the size matter in the fight. The size matter in the fight. Well, it all depends. Most of the time, yes, size and strength does play a part in it. That's why um, when it comes to sports like UFC, mixed martial arts, boxing, competition type situations, for the most part, size and strength matters when it comes to sports like boxing and mixed martial arts type situation. But when it comes to when it comes to self defense, real life situations, really doesn't apply that much, in my opinion, when it comes to like a street fight, because in the streets, it's a different environment, it's a different situation. And besides, in the streets, you're going to go up against all type of sizes, all type of heights. There's no weight classes in the street because you're going to go up against different type of people that's different type of sizes: short, tall, fat, skinny, wide, thin. It don't even matter. When it comes to a street fight, in the streets is more of technicality, more of quick thinking, and being able to survive. In the streets is all about surviving and quick thinking and being able to outsmart your opponent and knowing where to hit. Um, size and strength, it matters, like I said, but not all the time. Size and strength, yeah, size and strength matters to a certain degree, but it's limited. If you're just a big, strong person and you have no skill, you have no type of fighting skill, or not even that, you don't know how to think, then it really doesn't matter. Um, I believe intelligence and experience and skill outbeats just raw power, just brute strength and size. Really comes down in the street fights really comes down to the heart, having heart. It's all about the heart and the mind, being able to think. And it really don't matter really how big and how strong you are, if you know where to hit somebody. If you hit somebody in the eyes, if you blind somebody, it don't matter how big and how strong you are. You can't fight if you can't see, if you ain't got no vision. Hit somebody in the nose, break their nose, bust their nose. You can't fight if you can't see, and you can't fight if you can't breathe. Hit somebody in the throat hard enough, crush their windpipe. You hit somebody, you strike somebody hard enough in the temple, you can put them to sleep, you can unalive somebody like that. It's a pressure point in the back of the head back here. In the back of the head, like kind of like slightly above your neck, in the back of the head right here, where I'm touching, kind of on the side of your ear. If you hit someone hard enough right there, you can drop them. You'll drop them. So really all about the heart and the mind and being able to outthink your opponent and knowing where to hit somebody. Um, a lot of people, they get the streets and the ring and the octagon mixed up. Uh, when it comes to sports, you know that you're not gonna die. Um, Now, deaths have happened in the UFC and in boxing. Unfortunately, a lot of people have been hurt and have been unalived. But for the most part, it's a safe environment. It's a sport. It's a contact sport. You have been training. You've been training for this fight. Your opponent have been training for this fight. Both of you are studying and trying to. You've been studying his skill. He's been studying your skill set. Both of you kind of know all about each other. There's a referee in the ring. It's just two of y'all, and you know that no one is gonna get killed. You see what I'm saying? But out here in the streets, you go up against somebody, you get into an altercation with somebody, and it turns physical. It's not just you going up against that one person. It's you versus that one person and whoever else wants to get involved. In the streets, it really comes down to situational awareness, being aware of your surroundings. You get into it with somebody, you want to look and see if this person has friends. How many friends does he have? Does this person, does he have a weapon? And if he has friends, you want to know, what do they got? Do they got a weapon? You see what I'm saying? Um, you know what I'm saying? You want to be able to plan out an exit if you got to get away. There's nothing wrong with getting away. If you can get away, and if you can get away from a situation, get away from it. It ain't always about your pride and your ego. Like I said one time in my last video on my other channel, um, if you can avoid it. Walk away. Walking away don't make you weak. Sometimes that's it really takes a strong man. It's really like the strongest thing that a man can do. The hardest thing that a man can do is to walk away from a situation. Despite what people think, despite what everybody think, it don't make you weak. Sometimes it's being smart. You got to pick and choose your battles, and you got to live to fight another day. Every battles ain't meant to be fought, and it's for a reason. Sometimes it's to protect you, and sometimes it's to protect the other person. And it's all type of stuff. Uh, street fights are brutal. Street fights are brutal. People get hurt. People sometimes get unalived and lose their life. You going up against different situations in a street fight. That's the difference between fighting in the streets and fighting in the ring. You get jumped by 20, 30 people, whoever. You get jumped. People have weapons. You have to worry about weapons, guns, knives, brass knuckles, anything, tasers, pepper sprays, all type of stuff. People trying to run you over with their cars, all type of stuff that you have to worry about when it comes to fighting in the streets versus the ring. And then the difference is the adrenaline rush. And your adrenaline, you're gonna be fighting for your life. The streets is a life or death situation. It's a life or death situation in the streets. In the streets, the type of adrenaline that you would get, your adrenaline level would spike up, and it would spike up to a certain degree, allowing for you to be able to fight, at a longer period of time. Fights usually last, I think 90 minutes. I don't know. They last for a short period of time, but they last for a short period of time. And I didn't mean to say 90 minutes, but they last, I think, for about maybe 20 minutes or whatever. So, of course, not no 90 minutes. Y'all forgive me on that. But you get jumped, you get ganged, people coming at you with weapons, guns and knives and brass knuckles and any other type of weapon, and people trying to run you over with their cars. And not only that, the scariest part is you can beat somebody up. You can beat somebody up, but guess what? The scariest thing is that you may think it's over, but to them, it's not over to them. It's not over to them. They may want their revenge. And if they feel like that they can't whoop you with their hands, they gonna go and try to get a gun or get a knife and try to stab you or shoot you and take your life. That's the scariest part about it. You can have beat somebody up and you think that it's over and done with. And that person may not come after you. It may be a week went by. It may be a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. It may be even a whole year. But that person still, but when that person runs into you, that person remembers you. Because sometimes people don't forget faces. That person remembers you and that person think. And that person just get a flashback and they remember what you did to them. And you done forgot all about the situation. You done went on about your life. You ain't worried about it no more. And they catch you slipping and they kill you. You see what I'm saying? So it's stuff that, people got to really take into consideration when you decide to get into a verbal altercation. Me personally, I believe in self-defense. I I did a little bit of MMA, a little bit of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu MMA training 3 years ago, back in 2022 at MMA Militia Gym. I learned a little something. I wasn't there for a long time, but I learned a little something. I learned a couple of techniques, learned how to choke people out. No, I learned a little something. And then on top of that, I did like a little bit of boxing at Y Camp. Did a little bit of sparring. Wasn't trying to compete or nothing. Just trying to go in there and, increase fitness and learn some stuff. Just learn how to defend yourself. And I ain't the best fighter, but I know how to defend myself. I definitely know how to get someone off of me if I have to. But my first option is to try to walk away. Someone wants to start a fight with me and pick a fight with me, I'm gonna try to walk away from them. That's gonna be my first thing. But I just say, just don't follow me. Just don't follow me. Just don't bag me into a corner, because I'm gonna go through you and I'm gonna do the best I can. So, and that's the thing too. When you fight somebody nowadays, you gotta unalive them, or you gotta seriously hurt them and put them in the hospital, putting them in the ICU. Because if not, you really gotta beat folks into submission. You gotta beat them into submission. A lot of people, they get into fights and they get maybe 2, 3 punches in and drop the person and hit the person a couple of times on the ground and then walk away or whatever, and they think it's over with. No, the fight is not over with until that person cannot get up off of the floor. You have to put that person in critical condition. That person don't need to be able to get up off the ground. That person get up off the ground, the first thing they're gonna say is that they're gonna go and get their gun and try to unalive you. So, and even if you do hurt that person and put that person in the hospital, now you got to worry about other situations. Now you have to worry about family members, possible family members. Now you got to worry about retaliations, all that old type of stuff. So it's just best to just walk away. And as far as size and strength matter in a fight, like I said, it depends. Size and strength matter when it comes to competitions, sports like boxing, kickboxing, UFC, mixed martial arts. Yes, it matters in weight classes in sports to keep things fair between fighters. In the streets, it's more of technicality, more of your mindset and your heart, and willing to survive. That's what it's about. So I just want to come on here and say that I hope everybody been okay. I hope everybody been staying in there and been doing good. I've been all right. And yeah, I appreciate the ones that watch me, and I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna get on up off here though. Good night, YouTube. Good night, everybody. And I will catch y'all at the next video. Peace out. Ben the Messenger.